Body cam video is set to be released.
For high school basketball on your local sports leader. Classic Hits 97.9 XFM. Let's go courtside for pregame information.
We welcome you to the 87th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. I'm Matt Robinson. To my left is Mike Wilson as we get set to bring you a pair of games from this tournament that's been an exciting tournament this week. And we expect to see a couple of exciting games here tonight, Mike.
Yeah, should be. I guessed him your curveball this morning. I had to take a nap after work, since I got to do 2 games instead of 1. So.
Well, I know. It's going to be a big night for you.
Oh, yeah.
And we appreciate you stepping in and helping out. Of course, noticeable by his absence is Greg Sapp. Unfortunately, he took ill today, and he's ill if he's given up games at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
Yeah.
So we wish Greg the best. Hopefully he can be back with us tomorrow. We'll just have to wait and see how he is feeling as we go along through the night and into tomorrow. But we think we've got a couple of good games for you here. Keep in mind, on our sister station, KJ Country 102.3, around 7:15 or so, it'll be a fun matchup for girls basketball, as it's Effingham and Teutopolis, a couple of good programs with good coaches and great players, and they always have a fun time when they square off, and that's a game that you've been a part of in the past.
Yeah, Dustin and I have done that game. That's a really good ball game. And, the kids know each other. They get after it. They have fun. They play hard. But, yeah, a good game. I was really looking forward to it. However, if I get to come, to a Friday night semifinal night at the NTC, you don't pass that up either.
No, you don't. And you mentioned the kids know each other. They play. Well, that's kind of what makes this National Trail Conference Tournament so special, is the fact that these kids compete hard against each other in basketball, in baseball, in track, and whatever they all else might be doing. And it's fun to see the friendships and the rivalries develop over the years. And we think we've got a good one here with South Central and St. Elmo Brownstown, as the right to play in the Consolation Championship is on the line. And even though this isn't the side of the bracket they wanted to be on, that's where they're at, and they're going to do their best to keep winning.
Well, and they both played well the first night, your quadruple header. I was listening to your games, and, South Central led most of that game. And Brownstown St. Elmo wouldn't go away. I think that was, a 3 or 4 point game, probably mid-fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah.
So, they want to play, that Consolation Championship where they want to be now.
Yep, that's the goal for both of these clubs. As we work our way through the pregame show, we'll tell you more about tonight's activities, the starting lineups, and we'll get you ready for the 87th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. Friday night semifinals on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Hi, this is Jason Rohn with Fieldcrest Homes. Is finding a home that
The attorneys and staff of Taylor Law Offices welcome the teams and players to the National Trail Conference Boys Basketball Tournament. Taylor Law Offices hopes that everyone enjoys the competition.
It's NTC Tourney Week, and Tingley Insurance in downtown Effingham wishes players fast breaks, jump shots, and lots of rebounds. Tingley Insurance, a proud supporter of high school basketball.
Diedrich Bank is proud to be a sponsor of the NTC tournament. Good luck to all of our area teams. Diedrich Bank, live for today, bank for tomorrow, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams, in the tournament.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
Cold outside? At McMahon Meats, we have a convenient drive-up window so you can stay in your warm car while we do the shopping. Call ahead at 217-813-6054. Good luck, area teams, in the tournament.
The Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota pregame show. Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, your complete transportation headquarters since 1958.
We welcome you back to the National Trail Conference Tournament. 4 minutes showing on the pregame clock, and no team is on the court. I know what they're doing. I know they're finishing their last-second preparations in the locker room, maybe taking the warm-ups off and coming out in just their uniform. But it just always seems strange to me. We're this close to action, and nobody's out on the court.
It's that last pearl of wisdom the coaches get a pass on. All right, let's go. I mean, it's amazing. Everyone thinks sometimes there's something very profound being said, and maybe your team's really tight. You make fun of a kid or tell a joke. There's all kinds of different approaches to that last minute.
And that's where coaches have to know their teams and know what to do to get them properly motivated. So it'll be an interesting night of basketball, that's for sure. Of course, this is back-to-back nights for the Cougars. They had to play in that kind of, I don't want to say play into the consolation bracket, but that's kind of what you're looking at with the way it shapes up because of 9 teams. And they did a good job of getting an early lead and defeating a Calvin Herrick Beecher City team that has shown a lot of energy and effort. They're young, they're learning, but I tell you what, for a 9 seed in this tournament, they were one of the better 9 seeds that we've ever seen in this NTC.
Right, so the 7 or whoever's in that 7-seed quadrant has to turn around and play. Okay.
That was South Central. Now, of course, if they would have defeated North Clay, then it would have been the 2 seed in that quadrant. And it almost happened. North Clay came from behind and was able to get the victory as they defeated South Central here on Tuesday night. St. Elmo Brownstown finished up the night Tuesday night, taking on St. Anthony, and that was a heck of a ball game as well, as that one finished in a 6-point contest. St. Anthony 51, St. Elmo Brownstown 45. Greg Fiesel, the dean of the NTC conference, as far as coaches, always has a great game plan, always has his kids understanding what they need to do. And sometimes they might be a little undersized or a little undermanned, but they always seem to be on the court and really competitive.
Yeah, Greg does a good job. He's got Ryan Becky with him, and I know Ryan's been with him probably almost as long as Greg's been coaching. I remember when Greg played.
Yeah.
I was with Dave Bartlett's staff when Greg played, and they were really, really good.
Yeah, they are really, really good. That is an understatement, as Greg Fiesel was a part of the 88 team that went to state and got 4th for St. Elmo back in the day, so to speak. It's shaping up to be a fun one. It's South Central and St. Elmo Brownstown in the consolation semifinal. We'll come back with the starting lineups and get you set for action here on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Person-to-person money transfer. Easy, the way it should be. Learn more at crossroadsbank.com. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Is finding a home that fits your lifestyle a challenge? Does the thought of building your new home seem nerve-wracking and stressful? Dream, design, build, live. Experience the Fieldcrest Homes difference.
Wet Pools and Spas in Effingham has a large selection of in-stock spas and hot tubs that can be personalized to best fit your needs. Learn more at Wet Pools and Spas today.
Compass Advisory Group is here to guide you in the right direction for all of your investment and insurance needs. Contact Kurt Strohmeyer or Corey McDaniel at 217-347-9697.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams, in the tournament.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun.
Sarah Bush Lincoln is honored and committed to care for the medical needs of the community. Its orthopedic excellence is recognized by the Joint Commission Certificate of Distinction for Total Hip and Knee Replacement. See us at one of our locations.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Since 1937, Geckner Brothers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has been proud to support local and area teams, and that continues with this year's Christmas Classic. Good luck, area teams, from the family at Geckner Brothers.
Keep warm this winter with a Carrier furnace from Probst Refrigeration in downtown Effingham.
We welcome you back to Altamont High School, the 87th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. This is a semifinal for the consolation bracket. The winner moves into the consolation championship, and they will take on Windsor Sioux Straws. The loser will take on a very inspired Neoga ball club that's been playing some good basketball here as well, as they will take on the loser of this contest and open things up at 11:30 tomorrow in our afternoon session. That'll include that 7th-place game, the consolation championship, and the 3rd-place game. And it's going to be the St. Elmo Brownstown Eagles in their light or Columbia blue uniforms that are their road uniforms being introduced to the crowd first. And they have a record of 14-6 coming into this contest under Greg Fiesel. They will start Jared Pasley, 6-foot senior, wearing number 13. He has 7 tournament points thus far, but he's usually one of the leading scorers for this Eagles ball club. He'll be joined out there by Wyatt Stein, a 6-foot senior, number 23. He's at a forward spot, and so is Cade Schaub, a 6'1 junior, number 24, with 11 points in their loss to St. Anthony. Caleb Campbell, at a forward, a 6'1 senior, number 30, has 10 tournament points thus far. And Adam Atwood, a very quick point guard. He is a talented young man. He's a 6'1 junior wearing number 32. He led them in scoring against the Bulldogs with 17 points. For the South Central Cougars under Blake Doring, they're 16-8. So you look at the combined records here, as there you have 30 wins and 14 losses between these two teams trying to get to the consolation championship. Yeah, that's amazing. The Cougars will start Raheem Anderson, number 3, a 5'9 senior. He has 4 tournament points thus far. Ethan Watwood, a 5'11 senior, also at a guard spot. He wears number 5. Watwood with 8 tournament points. Aiden Dodson, the story so far for the Cougars. In their 2 games, he has 54 points in the tournament. Had 31 in the opener, if memory serves, as Dodson has kind of been unstoppable throughout. Anthony Benara has put together a solid tournament as well. The 5'11 senior with 23 tournament points. He wears number 15. And rounding out the lineup tonight is Seth Bergman, a 6'1 sophomore. Bergman, number 40, has 5 tournament points thus far for Coach Blake Doring and the South Central Cougars. So, Mike,
I got to thinking here. I actually coached against Greg when I was with Bartlett, and then Blake played for Vandalia when I was coaching St. Anthony. We squared off in a couple of very, very exciting games. So I'm getting old, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty much what that says, as far as I can tell. Of course, I've announced a lot of games that a lot of these people have been a part of over the years as well. So that's starting to rack up for me also. Well, Luke Goldstein has him around the center circle. He checks with the other officials, the Chapmans, and the toss is up, and the tip is won by the Cougars, and we're underway. Anthony Benara is going to set things up. He runs the point quite a bit for this Cougars ball club. Fires it over on the side to Dodson. Wyatt Stein picks him up. They go around the perimeter, get it back inside to Dodson, back to Benara on the wing. He's over on the right side, flips it to Dodson, who tries to save it along the sideline. I think Stein might have touched it, and then it hit Dodson, and then Dodson couldn't control it.
It was kind of in between, and Dodson kind of, I'll just grab it, and then it was further away than he thought it was.
So it'll be the Eagles' first opportunity as they face this Cougars defense. And the pass out top is picked off quickly by Dodson. He drives for the layup, some contact, no call, and the rebound grabbed by Campbell of the Eagles. He lost it right at the timeline. Now hands it to Pasley, who flips it ahead to Atwood. Atwood quickly into the lane, goes on the wing to Campbell on the right side, back out top to Pasley. He looks over the 1-2-2 zone employed by the Cougars as he flips it to Atwood it was. He got right behind the basket for me. I couldn't see who was who. But Atwood has it now. Over to Pasley. Back out top to Atwood. Nice into the lane between the defense. Forces up a shot. It's no good. And the rebound, Benara. He brings it up the left side. Looks in the corner. There's Dodson for three, and he connects. Aiden Dodson gives the Cougars an early lead.
You know, Atwood just got a little too deep down there, and there just wasn't anything to do with it.
Cougars collapsed into the lane on him. Now the Eagles work it around the perimeter to Pasley. Out top to Campbell. Fakes, drives in, back to Pasley in the left corner. He's double-teamed, got it back out to Campbell. Skip pass down on the baseline. Found Schaub, who muscles in for a shot. It's no good, but a foul's whistled, and it looks like Cade Schaub is heading to the line for a couple.
I believe that's on Mr. Benara, his first, and the first on South Central.
6:24 to play in this first quarter. 3-0 the lead for the Cougars. The free throw for Schaub, though, is up and good. So he gets the Eagles on the board. Again, just starting this consolation semifinal contest between St. Elmo Brownstown and South Central. This free throw up for Schaub is good as well. He has two, and the Eagles come out in their three-quarter court 2-on-2 press. Cougars get it to Benara. He brings it up the right side, crosses the timeline, moves to the wing. Looks to set things up as he finds Watwood, top of the key three, and he hits. Ethan Watwood has struggled in this tournament thus far shooting the ball, but an early basket might benefit him.
That was, we had a great angle for that one, Matt.
Schaub baseline, pulls up, jumper from 15, good. Cade Schaub has 4 quick points, and it's a 6-4 contest. Eagles applying the pressure. Dodson gets it in the center circle, has it knocked free by Atwood, going to the floor to get it is Schaub. He hands it to Atwood as the Cougars turn it over for the second time tonight. They get back defensively, so the Eagles work it around the perimeter. Schaub again in the right corner, finds Stein inside, kicks it to Campbell. He loads up for a three, and he got it, and the Eagles have their first lead of the night as Caleb Campbell knocks the long one down.
Both teams shooting pretty well. Must be a big basket tonight.
7-6 the score, 5:18 on the first quarter clock as Anderson has it across the timeline for the Cougars. Finds Watwood another deep three, a couple of steps behind the arc, and he hits again. Ethan Watwood with 6 early points, and now the Cougars are up again. Lead going back and forth the last couple of trips as Atwood gets it across the timeline to Schaub, back to Atwood. They swing it to Campbell, now to Pasley. Left wing three, he got it. Jarrett Pasley connects, and the Eagles are back ahead by 1, 10-9.
Someone's going to have to blink eventually.
Watwood across the timeline, gets it out to Anderson. Eagles in a zone defensively. Watwood squares up for another deep one, and he connects again. He has 9, and it's 12-10 in favor of the Cougars.
And that was a deep one.
He was 4 or 5 feet beyond the arc, wasn't he?
Yes.
There's a pass out top. Watwood almost got it, and now Pasley just throws it to him. Watwood brings it up court. Campbell, who was kind of the player that Pasley thought he was throwing it to, is able to stop Watwood, and Cougars have to set up the offense. Anderson will bounce it to Benara at the center circle, and now the Eagles are in a man-to-man. Benara looking to hand it off, can't do it. Now he finally does get it to Dodson, and on a switch, Atwood picks him up. Now back to Benara. Benara brings it over to the wing on the left side, finds Dodson. They try to work a lob to him, but Schaub got his hands up and knocked the pass down. It was grabbed by Bergman out to Watwood. Now they get it on the side to Dodson. Covered up by Atwood. Atwood almost knocked it loose, but Dodson regained control, drives in, and a blocking foul is whistled as Dodson took it to the hoop on the right side and scored.
That will be on Caleb Schaub, I believe. Yep, Caleb Schaub, his first. And first on St. Elmo Brownstown.
Close call. The block charge usually is. And Coming into the ball game for the first time is Brody Mason as the Eagles sit down Cade Schaub. 3:38 on the first quarter clock. The Cougars up by 4, and you can make it 5 as Dodson connects from the line. He has 6, and it's 15-10 in favor of South Central. They apply the 1-2-2, three-quarter court press. The Eagles get it up court. In the lane is Hasley. He's drawed a crowd. He has to turn and shoot. Fires up a shot from 10. No good as they hit the back iron. And the rebound to Seth Bergman. Said he had to shoot because I think he was going to be called for 3 seconds.
He was pivoting.
So the Cougars look to set it up against the Eagles man-to-man. They go high post to Bergman. Flip it back to Dodson. Dodson fires up a 3. It's no good. And the rebound to Atwood. Ahead to Campbell. Campbell looks up for it. Finds Stein. Stein on the dribble on the left side is double teamed down in the corner. And we've got a reach and a foul.
On Ethan Watford, his second on the Cougars.
Watwood indicated right away that was my fault on me. So Ethan Watwood, as don't often see, admits to guilt.
Yeah, there was no hiding. That was a whack in the middle of everything.
So with 2:53 on the clock, the Eagles inbounds to Atwood, to Campbell, right back to Atwood out top. Now to Campbell again on the right wing, in the corner to Pasley. Pasley back out to Campbell. Way out on the perimeter they are with Atwood now. They get it in the corner to Mason. Inside posting up is Stein. Leans in, shots off the heel of the rim, no good. Rebound batted out of bounds, and the officials say it's off the Cougars, but now they're going to talk.
That was a pretty aggressive post move by Mr. Stein there. Created a little space.
The officials get together and they change the call. It'll be Cougars ball. Cade Schaub checks back in. Wyatt Stein will have a seat for the Eagles. 2:35 to play in the first quarter. It's South Central 15, St. Elmo Brownstown 10. Benara across the timeline, leaves it with Watwood. Watwood bounces it out top for Anderson. Anderson calls for Benara to come get it. He takes over at the center circle. Quickly to Watwood, right back to Benara. Again to Watwood on the right wing. Working against the zone this time from the Eagles as they continue to switch defenses. They go baseline to Bergman, to Watwood on the wing, inside to Benara, out to Anderson, over to Dodson. Corner 3 is short. Rebound, Atwood. He's looking to push, but the Cougars respond and get back defensively. Goes to Mason, though, on the side to Schaub for a corner 3, no good. Rebound Dodson, but then he had it poked loose as Cade Schaub picked it up at the timeline, and then Dodson commits a foul trying to get it back. So with 1:54 on the first quarter clock, the Cougars commit their third turnover. Dodson has his first foul. And we have a first substitution for the Cougars. As checking into the game was Max Magnus. He's playing defense on Atwood out top as he takes over the point of the zone, replacing Anderson. Eagles just playing catch around the perimeter as Atwood has it again, backs it out to the center circle, goes on the side to Schaub, avoided a defender in Watwood. They get it inside to Atwood. He looks in the corner to Pasley, and Jarrett Pasley connects. He has 6, and it's a 2-point game, 15-13. Cougars work it out top to to Magnus. Magnus, one dribble, gets it in the post to Benara. He turns on Campbell, pivots, now needs some help as he's picked up his dribble. Got it back out top to Magnus. Magnus to Watwood, right side. Back to Magnus again, out top. He's at the top of the key. Finds Dodson left side. Again, Magnus out top. Looks inside. Can't find what he wants. And now Watwood to the rescue as Magnus hands him the ball. Goes right back to Magnus on the wing. In the corner, Bergman out to Watwood for another 3. This one rims out, no good. Dodson got in the middle of a bunch of Eagles. Tipped the rebound, but couldn't hang on. And finally, Atwood comes down with it. So the Eagles with a chance to tie or take the lead with 35 seconds to play in the quarter as they pass it out top to Atwood, and he got bumped as Dodson went for a steal, kind of knocked Atwood in the backcourt, and a foul was whistled.
And there was a hesitancy to call it because it was one of those accidental ones, but it's a foul. Blow the whistle, call the foul. Greg Fiesel may have had a coronary if that hadn't been called.
Yeah, because it would have been over and back again.
Yes.
And it wasn't Atwood's fault.
No, he was displaced.
So that's a big foul, too, as Dodson picked up his second on that.
Coach Doring out denying that pass to the wing there. That was pretty sneaky.
So with 15 seconds to play in the quarter, the Eagles continue to play catch. They're looking for the last one, trailing by 2. Now they put the offense in motion. Stein has it out top, but he's forced to pick up the dribble. Got it to Campbell on the wing. He looks for the cutter in the lane. That's Stein. He moves towards the hoop. He's fouled, and with 3.2 seconds on the clock, it'll be Wyatt Stein at the line for a chance to tie this one up as we move towards the end of the first quarter.
And that's on Benera. That's his second. Benera and Dodson both with 2.
Free throw for Stein is up and good. The lefty connects for his first tournament point. And checking into the ball game is Josiah Maxey. He'll get Cade Schaub out of there for the Eagles. As Wyatt Stein takes a few dribbles, puts this free throw up. It's off the mark, no good. Benera grabs the rebound, outlet to Watwood, three-quarter court shot. It looks pretty good, but it was just short as the first quarter comes to a close. We thought it'd be a fun one, and it looks like it's shaping up to be, as South Central has the lead 15-14 in this consolation semifinal of the 87th annual NTC tournament on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Is finding a home that fits your lifestyle a challenge? Does the thought of building your new home seem nerve-wracking and stressful? Dream, design, build, live. Experience the Fieldcrest Homes difference.
(15-14) the score after one quarter. Mike has the stats.
South Central 5 of 10 from the field, 1 of 1 from the line, 4 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 4 of 8 on 3. St. Elmo Brownstown 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 4 from the line, 4 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 3 of 4 on 3. Almost identical.
No, the score is almost identical.
Yes, it is.
15-14. The Eagles have the ball to start the quarter as they're working against the 1-2-2 zone. They get it inside to Stein, out to Pasley. Pass was a little hot to handle, and it's off of Pasley's hands, out of bounds.
I thought Stein was going to just turn and take that 8-footer there. I think he had space and didn't realize it.
So the Eagles will apply this little press.
Yeah,
it's really just kind of slow them down, isn't it, Mike?
Control the tempo, slow them down a little bit. The thing in the half court, though, they're kind of giving South Central fits with it. It's kind of a 3-2, 1-2-2 look when they get into it. And, it's kind of South Central kind of just matching up with them, and they're not getting a lot of really good looks right now.
Watwood has it out top, gets a little screen as he passes it into Benera. Benera draws a crowd, goes back out to Watwood, holds high into Benera at the high post, to Anderson on the wing, to Watwood, now in the corner. They get it. Nice move towards the hoop. A shot put up by Magnus, though, and he couldn't get it to go. And the rebound again, Atwood for the Eagles. Boy, he's a fun player to watch. Atwood hooks it out to Pasley. They go to Campbell in the corner. Splits the defense, gets towards the lane. Little runner is up and no good. And the rebound, Watwood for the Cougars. They'll bring it up court. And now Watwood leaves it with Magnus to Anderson out top. Anderson over to Watwood, back to Anderson. They go high post. Handling there is Bergman. Bergman got it to Watwood and almost got it taken away. And now we do have a foul whistled on Maxey.
His first, second on the Eagles.
Cade Schaub's going to check into the ball game, and he will replace Wyatt Stein, as those two have kind of subbed in and out for each other a little bit today. As inbounds from the sideline goes in backcourt to Benera. He flips it on the side. Over on the wing is Magnus. Magnus moves towards the top of the key. Now gets it back out top to Watwood as the Eagles are in a man-to-man this trip. They're always switching. Watwood a little trouble with the handle. Got it back. Goes into the lane. Tried to get it to Benera. Pass off his fingertips. Out of bounds along the sideline. First turnover for the Cougars. And now Aiden Dodson will check back into the ball game, and so will Wyatt Stein. This time Stein's coming in for Josiah Maxey. So I believe the starters are on the court for both teams now once again.
Yeah, with Dodson back in, I believe so.
So Atwood in backcourt has his pass batted right back at him, but he goes and gets it as Raheem Anderson got up and denied the pass. Now Atwood splits the double team, got it to Stein. Stein's pass into the corner is tipped out of bounds off of the Cougars.
And I think it was one of those they had to steal, and it went right through the South Central kid's hands.
Pasley inbounds to Atwood out to the center circle. He looks things over, gets it to Pasley left wing, goes inside to Stein. Stein spins in the post and drugs the pivot foot as he had a good move started, but then hesitated, and it cost him.
Kind of made a move and a half.
Yeah.
He thought, well, if I take one more step, they may not notice.
So, Cougars will bring the ball up court. Watwood dribbles towards the center circle, now crosses the timeline and passes it to Banera. Back out top to Watwood, and he hands it to Banera in the center circle. Over to Watwood on the wing. Again out to Banera. And finds Watwood in the corner on the right side. Loads up another three, and he connects again. He is on fire in this one. He has 18, and it's 12, and it's 18-14 in favor of the Cougars. Bringing it up toward his Pasley. He had the ball knocked away by Anderson, got it back, looked in the corner. Now they underneath to Atwood. He got under the basket, but he kicks it out to Campbell, and Campbell connects. So Campbell was 6, and it's a 1-point game again, 18-17. Fun ball game, as we thought it would be. 5:08 to play in the second quarter. Cougars, Banera down on the baseline. Got it back out to Berkman, now to Watwood. Watwood over to Banera. Banera from the top of the key goes to the free throw line. Cut off by Schaub. Handed it to Anderson, and there's a huge collision, and Anderson's called for the offensive foul.
That's his first or second turnover on South Central. He turned the corner. He thought he had a lane, and there was a St. Elmo kid there, and that was a pretty good collision.
That was about as hard as a collision as you're going to see.
You may have to wait and see that Sunday at Kansas City to be matched there. That was pretty stiff.
Eagles with a chance to take the lead again. Pasley drives into the lane, lost the handle, but it somehow made it to Campbell. He goes to Atwood. Little shot, no paint is good for Adam Atwood. He has his first points of the night. The Eagles are up one again, 19-18. They've led 3 or 4 times by 1 point. Cougars always seem to wrestle the lead back. We'll see if they can this time against the Eagles man-to-man this trip. Banera bounces it to Dodson, left wing. Out top they go to Markley, who slipped in there. Brody Markley, his first appearance, the 5'11 sophomore. As Watwood handled out top, almost got away, got it back, sends it to Markley in the corner to Bergman. Back out to Markley on the wing. He gets a little screen out top. Now sends it over to Banera. To Dodson. Dodson's going to drive the baseline, leans in, shot is up and good. Aiden Dodson with his 8th point. It's 20-19 in favor of South Central, and we've got a timeout taken by the Cougars. Halfway through the second quarter, it's a 30-second break. We'll take one as well. You're listening to high school basketball on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Sarah Bush Lincoln is honored and committed to care for the medical needs of the community. Its orthopedic excellence is recognized by the Joint Commission Certificate of Distinction for Total Hip and Knee Replacement. See us at one of our locations.
Keep warm this winter with a Carrier furnace from Probst Refrigeration in downtown Effingham.
20-19 the score, 4:01 to play in the second quarter. It'll be Eagles ball to bring the length of the court.
And I'll tell you what, South Central's kind of extended their little pressure a little bit. They've made it a 3-quarter court 1-2-2 now, and trying to speed Brownstown St. Elmo up versus being slowed down like they're trying to do.
Eagles do get it across the timeline. Atwood and Campbell playing catch all the way, and they still are out at the top of the key. Now Atwood knifes through the lane. At the last second, somebody knocked the ball out of his hand as he was headed towards the basket. It'll remain with the Eagles to inbounds on the baseline.
Nice move by Atwood. He had a layup, and someone just got enough of a poke to knock it loose.
I believe it might have been Bergman. Whoever it was, saved an easy opportunity. Inbounds goes out top to Atwood, around to Schaub. He'll drive into the paint, leans in, lays it off the glass. It's good. Cade Schaub has 6 in the ball game, and the Eagles have that 1-point lead again, 21-20. Cougars looking to set things up against the man-to-man as they go to Markley on the right side. Gets a little screen from Banera, spins back, now looks out top to Bergman, around to Watwood. Watwood on the left wing, drives to the free throw line, gets it out top to Banera. He tries to go to the baseline, cut off by Schaub, spins, gets into the lane, nowhere to go. Schaub was right there with him. So he got it out top to Bergman, to Markley. Markley drives the right baseline, got around his man, lays it up and in. Brody Markley, the first player to score besides Watwood or Dodson for the Cougars, makes it 22-21.
That was a strong move he made there, too.
They beat the press. Campbell got it into the lane to Schaub. Ball was knocked loose. Atwood was there to grab it. He put up a shot. It rattled out somehow, and then the ball's out of bounds off of South Central.
Yeah, he kind of rushed that a little bit. He had the spot and kind of flicked it up, thought he had company coming to block it. Then it just rattled on him.
Dodson takes the seat here with 2:47 on the clock. Inbound goes top of the key to Atwood. He's wide open for three, and he buries it. Adam Atwood gives the Eagles a 2-point lead, their largest lead of the game. 24-22 with 2:34 on the clock. Banera working against Schaub. Got it over to Markley. He's going to drive into the lane. Pass picked off. Atwood stepped in front as he brings it up the right side. Cougars back defensively. He has to wait for help. Tried to hook a pass out top to Schaub, and Schaub finally gets it in backcourt for the over and back violation.
Each team gave each other their third turnover there, so we're tied at 3 on the turnovers, and both coaches were like, oh, we got a break. Oh, we gave it back.
Exactly. 2:19 to play in the half. 24-22. The Eagles lead the Cougars. Cougars are inbounding in front of the Eagles bench. As handling the duties is Max Magnus back out there. Got it out top to Banera. They go on the wing to Markley. Markley to Banera out top again. Hands it to Magnus, who gets a little screen, brings it to Bergman way out on the perimeter, who hands it to Watwood. Watwood to Banera out top. They go to Markley on the left wing. He gets the screen from Banera. St. Elmo switches in their man-to-man as the Cougars work it around the perimeter. They got it in the hands to Magnus. He's on the right wing. He picked up his dribble, looking high post. They find Markley at the free throw line. He gets it to Watwood on the left wing. Now he brings it out top, matches up with Schaub on a switch. They get it to Bergman, to Markley. Markley drove baseline, stops, gets it back to Bergman, out top to Banera. Banera behind the back dribble. Got it over to Magnus. Patient trip this time by the Cougars. Good defense by the Eagles. Magnus almost had it taken by Atwood, but he keeps control out top. Still on the dribble, goes to the left side. Back out to Bergman. Switching man-to-man for the Eagles as Markley goes baseline, spins, and got fouled on his way to the hoop. I believe they'll say the foul was on the floor before any sort of shot.
Be on Josh Josiah Maxey, I'm sorry. His second. Team's third. So yeah, St. Elmo Brownstown switching all those ball screens, and they're all the same size defensively, so it's not bothering them at all.
Yep. 1:11 to play in the second quarter. 24-22. Cougars down 2. Inbound to Benara on the weak side. Lays it off the glass. No good. Rebound tipped to Watwood. He puts it up and in. Ethan Watwood has 14, and it's 24-24 with a minute to play in the first half.
I think Benara should get an assist there for that rebound tip.
Indeed. Eagles look inside. Schaub kicks it on the left wing to Campbell. Fires a three, and he got it. Caleb Campbell knocks down his third three of the night, giving the Eagles their largest lead of the game, 27-24.
Both teams not afraid to shoot the three.
And they're making them for the most part. 35 seconds to play in the half. Magnus hands it off to Watwood. Watwood out by the center circle. Looks like the Cougars content to hold for the last one against the Eagles man-to-man. Watwood's got to move. Finally, he does to avoid a 5-second count. He hands it over to Magnus. Magnus picked up by Atwood. Bounces it to Benara out top. Ball knocked loose by Schaub, but Benara gets it back. 10 seconds on the clock. He's in the center circle. Sets the offense. They go in a 1-4 low. Pop into the wing is Markley. He holds. Now is double teamed. Looks in the corner for Bergman. Bergman forces up a three at the buzzer. It's off the front of the rim. No good. And the first half comes to a close. It's St. Elmo Brownstown 27, South Central 14. High school basketball in the NTC tournament semifinals for the consolation bracket right here on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
The attorneys and staff of Taylor Law Offices welcome the teams and players to the National Trail Conference Boys Basketball Tournament. Taylor Law Offices hopes that everyone enjoys the competition.
It's NTC Tourney Week, and Tingley Insurance in downtown Effingham wishes players fast breaks, jump shots, and lots of rebounds. Tingley Insurance, a proud supporter of high school basketball.
Diedrich Bank is proud to be a sponsor of the NTC tournament. Good luck to all of our area teams. Diedrich Bank, live for today, bank for tomorrow, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams in the tournament.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life.
Group Halftime Show. For all of your insurance needs, contact Corey McDaniel at 347-9697.
The Altamont drum line and the Altamont dance team going to combine here for a routine to entertain the crowd at the half here of this consolation semifinal matchup. Boy, it's been an entertaining game in itself as the St. Elmo Brownstown Eagles lead the South Central Cougars 27-24 as the teams go into the locker room. South Central had built up a lead as much as 5. It seemed like the Eagles couldn't get a lead more than 1. They did it several times as the lead traded back and forth several times. Then they finally built a 2-point lead, and then they were finally able to knock down a 3 to give them a 3-point advantage as the teams headed to the locker room. Quarters of 15-9 for South Central's 24 points. Quarters of 14-13 for 27 for the St. Elmo Brownstown Eagles. 9 points for Caleb Campbell as he leads the Eagles in the scoring column. 6 for Cade Schaub, 6 for Jarrett Pasley, 5 points for Adam Atwood, and 1 point for Wyatt Stein as the 5 starters have all scored for the Eagles. Josiah Maxey and Brody Mason have also played for Greg Fiesel in the first half. On South Central's side of the ledger, 2 players did the bulk of the scoring. As a matter of fact, they scored the first 20 of their 24 points as Ethan Watwood has come to life. He struggled in the first 2 games for the Cougars, but tonight he has knocked down 4 threes already, and he has 14 points here at halftime. Aiden Dodson also with 8 points, and then 2 points for Brody Markley. That rounds up the scoring of 24 for the Cougars. But Raheem Anderson, Anthony Venera, Seth Bergman, Max Magnus, they have all played and contributed as well for Blake Doring's club, who finds themselves down 3 points here at the half, 27-24. Mike's been working on some stats. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with those numbers here on the halftime show on Classic Hits, 97.9 XFM.
Farm
Person-to-person money transfer. Easy, the way it should be. Learn more at crossroadsbank.com. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wet Pools and Spas in Effingham has a large selection of in-stock spas and hot tubs that can be personalized to best fit your needs. Learn more at Wet Pools and Spas today.
Compass Advisory Group is here to guide you in the right direction for all of your investment and insurance needs. Contact Kurt Strohmeyer or Corey McDaniel at 217-347-9697.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams in the tournament.
Of our first of 2 tonight, as coming up, it'll be St. Anthony and North Clay. But here again, it's St. Elmo Brownstown 27, South Central 24, and Mike has the first half numbers.
Some very interesting numbers, Matt. South Central 4 of 7 from the field in the third quarter, 9 of 17 for the half, 53%. 1 of 1 from the line, that was in the first quarter, 100%. 2 rebounds, 6 for the half. 3 turnovers, 5 for the half. 1 of 2 on 3, 5 of 10 for the half, 50% on 3. That sounds pretty good. St. Elmo Brownstown, 5 of 8 from the field, 9 of 16 for the half, 56%. 3 of 4 from the line, all in the first quarter, 75%. 2 rebounds also, 6 for the half. 3 turnovers also, 5 for the half. 3 of 3 from 3 in the second quarter, 6 of 7 for the half. 86% on 3 for the half for Brownstown St. Elmo.
That's lighting it up, isn't it?
Yeah, individually for South Central. Ethan Watford is 5 of 7 from the field, 4 of 6 on 3. Waltwood, that's what it says.
Okay. I thought maybe it's spelled wrong over there.
Maybe I'm looking through the wrong focal. Aiden Thompson, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from the line, 1 of 3 on 3. He's got a rebound. Anthony Benera, 0 of 1 from the field. Seth Bergman, 0 of 1 from the field. It was a 3, kind of last-second helper there. He's got a rebound. Benera has 3 rebounds, by the way. Brody Markley, 1 of 1 from the field. And Max Magnus, 0 of 1 from the field. For St. Elmo Brownstown, Jarrett Pasley is 2 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 on 3s. Wyatt Stein is 0 of 1 from the field, 1 of 2 at the line. Pasley has 1 rebound. Kate Schaub is 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line, 0 of 1 on 3. Caleb Campbell is 3 of 4 from the field. He's hit all 3 of his 3s. He has a board. Adam Atwood is 2 of 4 from the field. He's hit his only 3, and he has 4 rebounds.
All righty. Well, thank you very much, Mike, for those numbers here at the half. Part of the pageantry of the National Trail Conference Tournament is the Altamont drum line as they perform so magnificently throughout the week. They're here entertaining the crowd at the half of this 27-24 ball game. South Central's emerged from their locker room. St. Elmo Brownstown will do the same shortly as it's the Eagles over the Cougars by 3 here at this consolation semifinal of this Friday night of the 87th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. We'll take a break and come back with the second half of action. You're listening to NTC Basketball on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Is finding a home that fits your lifestyle a challenge? Does the thought of building your new home seem nerve-wracking and stressful? Dream, design, build, live. Experience the Fieldcrest Homes difference.
The attorneys and staff of Taylor Law Offices welcome the teams and players to the National Trail Conference Boys Basketball.
27-24, the halftime score. St. Elmo Brownstown leading South Central at the NTC tournament. And we just heard from Rogers Home Appliance. Roger Beckew is in the crowd once again tonight. He's a big fan of this National Trail Conference tournament, has been for years, and his son Ryan is the assistant coach for the Eagles and has been doing that for a number of years as well, as he's the athletic director for St. Elmo as well. And so there's always ties to the area, ties to the tournament. We thank Roger for always being a big supporter and sponsor of a lot of our programming.
Got to thank Peggy Beecher for bringing us up some water. That's impressive.
Oh, they take care of us.
I know.
They do a great job. And we are looking forward to a great game tonight as well in the nightcap between North Clay and St. Anthony. That's going to decide who takes on Altamont in the championship game tomorrow night as Altamont advanced with a hard-fought victory over Dietrich. Altamont jumped out to a huge lead. Dietrich came roaring back in the second half, cut it to 3, but then Altamont righted the ship just in time to do just enough to get the victory over a very game Dietrich ball club. So it'll be Altamont in the championship, Dietrich in the third-place game. We're trying to figure out who's going to be in the seventh-place game as far as these two teams and the consolation championship. As the seventh-place game, we'll have Neoga, and that consolation championship will be Windsor's Two Straws. And, man, there is great teams with great records all over this tournament.
the conference. We had Aaron Britton on our podcast. Dustin and I did, and I'm pretty sure the NTC's got the best non-conference record I know of any 1A schools, and possibly 2A as well.
Yeah, it would stand to reason, as it is a fantastic conference, and especially so this year. Cougars trailing by 3, have the ball to start the second half. Looks like starters are on the court for both clubs. They go to Anderson inside to Bergman at the high post, gets it to the cutter, Dodson, and he lays it up and in. So a quick start for the Cougars as Dodson's in double figures with 10, and it's a 1-point game. Eagles cross the timeline against the 1-2-2 zone of the Cougars. They've got it with Stein on the wing. Splits out of the double team, finds Campbell on the right side. He loads up and hits again for 3. My goodness, the three-point shots are just being drained all over the court tonight.
No, Matt, I thought, they can't do 6 or 7 again. Well, they got off to a good start.
Yes, they did. Bonera has the ball poked away by Schaub, but he goes back to get it along the sideline and leaves it with Anderson way out top. Eagles in the man-to-man this trip as Anderson gets a little screen. They go to Bergman, now over to Dodson. Dodson out top to Bonera to Watwood, right side. Watwood passed off to Pasley as they continue to switch anytime there's a screen to the Eagles. Now Anderson has it. They go out top to Bonera. Bonera puts it on the floor, works towards the baseline, gets it out top to Bergman. Seth will fire a 3. It's off the heel of the rim, no good. But the rebound to Bonera, little up and under move, got his man in the air, and Bonera hits the little jumper from 10. And Anthony Bonera has his first 2 points, and it's now 30-28, a 2-point game. Eagles with the ball and the lead, working against the 1-2-2 trap, and trying to pass out of it was Stein from the corner, and the ball was kicked by Dodson.
Yeah, Aiden Dodson got way up in the air, and they tried to go underneath him, and he stuck his foot out. Looked like a hockey goalie.
Inbounds goes to Schaub, right back to Pasley. He looks across the lane. There's Stein, puts up a shot. It was affected by Watwood. Rebounds loose on the floor, and as Bergman got the ball, he was on the deck, and he put an arm on the baseline. So it'll stay with St. Elmo Brownstown.
Yeah, I didn't know if they were going to call that whistle for a second, but he didn't touch the ball for a second, while his arm was out of bounds. He was trying to get all his pieces back in.
Inbounds to Atwood. He took it from the corner out on the baseline, rather. Got it back out on the wing to Schaub, and then Schaub was bumped out there.
That's on Raheem Anderson. That's his second, first of the half. Just trying to go trap real hard, and the players stopped shorter than he thought.
Eagles work the inbounds from the sideline. They get it back to Jarrett Pasley, who triggered it in. He's on the wing, goes out to Atwood. Boy, Atwood's so quick. It almost looks like he travels, but he's not. He's just so fast. They work it around the perimeter. Now out to Pasley. Corner 3 left, way short. Bonera grabs the rebound, and he brings it up court. Nobody stopped him yet. Goes to the left side, draws contact, and a foul as Anthony Bonera is going to go to the line for a couple.
I think that's going to be on Mr. Campbell. Nope. Job. They were both in the area.
Haven't seen the Cougars attack the basket a whole lot so far in this game, but Bonara, we know, is more than willing to do that. The 5'11" senior puts the free throw up, and it's good.
Yeah, he headed right down the side of the lane there and was going to the hole and got bumped pretty good.
Here's the next. It's off the side of the rim, no good. So he goes 1 of 2 at the line, and it's still a 1-point game, 30-29. The Eagles maintaining the lead. They get it across the timeline as Campbell and Atwood play catch to Pasley in the corner. Baseline to Schaub. He hooked the pass to Stein on the other side of the lane. He gets it out to Atwood. Corner 3, no good. Rebound, Anderson secures it for the Cougars. Got it to Bonara. Crosses the timeline to the top of the key. Now works into the lane. Schaub right there with him, so they go out to Watwood. Watwood from between the rings, between the leg dribble, hands it off to Bonara. He brings it over to the left side to Dodson. Now back to Bonara on the wing. They get it out top to Watwood. Watwood working on Atwood, goes into the lane. Nothing there as Atwood shuts him down. He finds Dodson on the wing. Now Dodson gets a little screen, goes baseline. Cut off, back out to Watwood on the wing for 3. Off the rim, no good, and Atwood goes up and grabs the board for the Eagles. He'll bring it up court to Pasley to Campbell. He's on the right side, drives into the lane. Touch pass across the lane to Stein. Nice look, and Wyatt Stein lays it up and in.
I'll tell you, that was a nice pass by Caleb Campbell. It really was.
4:45 to play in the third quarter. 32-29. The Eagles up by 3 again, matching their largest of the ball game. Dodson just holding it by the center circle, looking at the Eagles man-to-man. Dodson now flips it to Watwood over on the right side of the top of the key. Gets it to Bergman. Now on the left wing, they go to Dodson. Dodson around the screen, stops, pops, jumper from just outside of the free throw line, and Dodson connects. So he has 12.
Nice job coming off Bergman's screen. Just one more dribble, pulled up and buried it.
Eagles get it into the lane. Nice pass from Pasley. He finds Schaub inside, and Cade Schaub in there scores a bucket. He has 8, and it's back to a three-point advantage, 34-31. Halfway through the third, Benara drives around his man, got him up in the air with a shot fake, and Schaub went over the top of Benara, and easiest over-the-back call you'll ever see, probably.
Yeah, that's Schaub's second on the half, and he almost leapfrogged him.
So Schaub picking up his third is going to be a concern for Greg Feasel, and he will get him out of the lineup. Replacing him is Brody Mason, 5'10 junior. Back in the contest as the Cougars will inbounds from the baseline. They're looking for Dodson. The ball was poked free. It goes out to the wing where it's tracked down by Benara. Benara working against Mason. Crosses over. Mason stays right there with him as they get it out to Bergman. Back to Benara again. He holds high. Looks for Watwood right side. He skips it to Dodson on the left side of the top of the key. Back out to Anderson as they're working a flex offense. Raheem Anderson holds, now dribbles, leaves it with Dodson, passing him in the shoulder, but he corrals it. Turnaround jumper from 16, no good, and the rebound is grabbed by Atwood. Eagles push it up court, looking to add to their three-point advantage. Pasley has it on the left wing. Dribbles it towards the free throw line, all of a sudden flips the runner up and got it to go. Jarrett Pasley, a little unconventional, but it worked out.
He took the runner and then took off, and then it climbed over the rim, so he said, I knew it was good.
Yep, it's a 5-point lead now, matching the largest lead for either team tonight. 3:04 to play in the third as Benara has it left side. Gets it high post to Berkman. Nice look to the cutter. Dodson muscles up a shot, and it's good. Aiden Dodson with 14 now in the ball game, and we've got a 30-second timeout taken by South Central. 2:56 to play in the third quarter. It's St. Elmo Brownstown 36, South Central 33. NTC action on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Taylor Law.
Person-to-person money transfer. Easy, the way it should be. Learn more at crossroadsbank.com. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Is finding a home that fits your lifestyle a challenge? Does the thought of building your new home seem nerve-wracking and stressful? Dream, design, build, live. Experience the Fieldcrest Homes difference.
Wet Pools and Spas in Effingham has a large selection of in-stock spas and hot tubs that can be personalized to best fit your needs. Learn more at Wet Pools and Spas today.
36-33, St. Elmo Brownstown with the lead in the ball. They have it to bring the length of the court with just under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter.
And we'll see if South Central's going to apply a little more pressure. They went back to extending it a little bit. We'll see what happens here.
Atwood has it, gets it across to Campbell. Those two typically play catch, and they get it across the timeline. Now they go center of the lane to Pasley. Jump stop in the paint. Shot no good. Rebound out of bounds off of Jarrett Pasley, and it'll be Cougar ball.
He was trying to get out of the way of that, but the ball just kept bouncing at him and right into him while he was standing out of bounds.
I believe this is the first time tonight we've seen number 45, Jacob Smith, enter the contest for the Cougars. And Coach Feasel is going to take a timeout. 2:42 to play in the third quarter. 36-33, St. Elmo Brownstown leading by 3 here at the NTC tournament. You're on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
It's cold out.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams, in the tournament.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
St. Elmo Brownstown and South Central both brought good crowds to this ball game, but this gym is starting to really fill up with St. Anthony and North Clay fans starting to find their seats as well. We have a great semifinal matchup coming up after this consolation semifinal, which has been a blast. 36-33 the score. St. Elmo Brownstown with the 3-point lead. Cougars with the ball, facing a full-court man-to-man. Benara is going to get it, and then they clear out and let him bring it up against Mason. Benara takes it over to the left wing, picked up his dribble, got it out top to Anderson. Anderson holds high, now looks baseline to Smith. Jacob Smith back to Anderson on the right wing. Gets it in the corner to Dodson. Dodson has Stein right there with him. Crosses over, goes baseline. Great quick move. Got to the basket, got fouled as he got the shot to go. Boy, he is just an offensive force in this tournament.
Yes, he is. He's getting to the basket. He's so athletic for his size. He elevates and gets up above people.
So he'll try to convert a three-point play and tie this ball game up. The free throw is on the way. It's around and bounces and finally drops through. So Dodson with 17, and now Anderson checks out, replaced by Brody Markley. Tied at 36 with 2:16 to play in the third quarter.
You said 5's the biggest spread we've had?
5's the biggest spread we've had for both teams. They've each had a 5-point lead now. Eagles get it up court to Pasley, back out top to Atwood. Atwood to Campbell, dangerous pass, but it made it there. Campbell loads up a wing three, no good. Pasley a rebound, puts it off the glass, he got it. Jarrett Pasley in double figures with 10 gives the Eagles the lead back by 2. Dodson runs it up court on the right side. Gets it back to Markley on the wing. Markley goes baseline, leans in, shot off the glass is good. Brody Markley, sophomore that can do some things for the Cougars, has tied this one up at 38.
Not too shy about taking it to the hole.
Campbell out top, working against the 1-2-2 zone of the Cougars. Leaves it with Atwood. Atwood now goes on the wing to Pasley. He'll load up a three. It's off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Watwood grabs it, splits the defense, and as he does, he's fouled.
That shot by Campbell down there last trip we're giving him a 2 because from our vantage point, I could see he had a foot on the line.
The official signal 3, but I agree with you.
I'm going to overrule the official.
That's fine by me.
Statistical purposes.
It didn't go in.
No.
I agree with you, but the official did put up 3. I looked.
Because we were probably 100th in line to ask if it was a 2 or a 3.
Yeah, maybe even farther down than that.
Maybe.
Cougars looking to get the lead back. They bring it up court. Venera into the lane, got bumped and fouled as the ball squirted away as Venera made a quick move into the paint.
Brody Mason, his first team number 5. We're getting close to that bonus for South Central. South Central's only committed 1 team foul this half.
Yeah, and it was the other way in the first half.
Yes.
Inbounds from the baseline, goes all the way out to the center circle for Markley. He takes it to the right wing, now gets a little screen, leaves it with Benara out top. They go over to Dodson, left wing. Dodson puts it on the floor, crosses over, goes to the left side, leans in, draws a crowd, but still got the shot to go. Aiden Dodson with 19 gives the Cougars the lead, 40-38.
Aiden had a screen on his right shoulder, and he went left, caught people off guard, and got to the hole.
Now Atwood crosses the timeline. Markley went for a steal, but got a piece of Atwood instead, and that's a Cougar personal.
His first, team second.
So 47 seconds to play in the third quarter. Checking out is Ethan Watwood for the Cougars. Checking in is Max Magnus. Number 14, 5'11 junior returning to the lineup. As with 45 seconds left, the Eagles inbounded to Atwood and backcourt. Got it to the center circle. They're just holding out top.
I think they're reluctantly going for 1. I don't think Coach Fiesel wanted to, and he thought they had a quick hitter, and then it didn't materialize, and he said, all right, we'll just go for 1.
The Cougars are kind of content to let them hold it, too, for a little while.
We're up 2. We'll catch a break here.
So Atwood just in the center circles holding. No one close enough to force anything.
South Central's kind of matching up man-to-man who they got.
Yep, they are.
In case they want to switch.
Here's Atwood putting the play in motion with 10 seconds. Gets it to Campbell on the left side. He dribbles it out top. Now bounces it inside. Pass was off the foot of a Cougar. Picked up by Dodson. He drives to the layup, and he got it ahead of the buzzer. So a turnover leads to a run out by Dodson, who lays it up and in. He has 21, but more importantly for the Cougars, they have a 4-point lead as the third quarter comes to a close. It's South Central 42, St. Elmo Brownstown 38. High school basketball on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
attorneys and staff of Taylor Law Offices welcome the teams and players to the National Trail Conference Boys Basketball Tournament. Taylor Law Offices hopes that everyone enjoys the competition.
It's NTC Tourney Week, and Tingley Insurance in downtown Effingham wishes players fast breaks, jump shots, and lots of rebounds. Tingley Insurance, a proud supporter of high school basketball.
Diedrich Bank is proud to be a sponsor of the NTC tournament. Good luck to all of our area teams. Diedrich Bank, live for today, bank for tomorrow, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams in the tournament.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
42-38 to score. The Cougars have the 4-point lead.
8 of 11 from the field for South Central, 2 of 3 from the line, 4 rebounds, no turnovers, 0 of 2 on 3. St. Elmo Brownstown, 5 of 11 from the field, no free throws, 4 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 of 4 on 3, and now there's the second turnover of the half.
Yeah, an illegal screen set by Wyatt Stein as the Eagles tried to skip a pass across after they had the ball to start the quarter for about 8 seconds.
Yeah, you have the ball to end the quarter, give up a breakaway on the turnover late, and then have the ball to start the quarter and turn it over again. So,
yeah, it could be a big swing in this ball game. The Eagles came out in a zone, but the Cougars say, fine, we'll just hold it out on the perimeter.
Come chase us, then Aiden Dodson can maybe get to the basket some more.
Yep. So now the Eagles do kind of switch defensively. It looks like a box and one is what they're wanting to do, as, Stein is guarding Dodson. Around to Anderson, left wing. Anderson gets a screen, goes out top to Bergman to Watwood. Watwood puts it on the floor as he's pestered down by Pasley. They get it to Banera. Banera back to Watwood. Fakes the 3, now hands it to Anderson on the right side. Anderson brings it back out top and spreads the court again. Now he works against Pasley, who comes out to get him. They go to Watwood right side. Watwood on the wing, gets a screen from Bergman, drives around him, stops and pops. Elbow of the free throw line jumper is good. Ethan Watwood has his first points of the second half, but he has 16 in the game, and that 6-point lead is the largest now for either team, 44-38.
I think in that box and one, you're going to see Ethan Watwood get some looks.
Eagles throw it in the middle of the paint, but the pass was too hot to handle. It's picked off by Dodson. He drives for a right-handed layup. Shot no good. Fought for his own rebound, and I think one of the Eagles got him on the board. So with 6:29 to play in the fourth quarter, we'll have a substitution. Jarrett Pasley will check out, and into the lineup is Josiah Maxey once again for the Eagles.
That will be the line shooting bonus.
1-and-1 opportunity. Aiden Dodson puts the first one up, and it's nothing but net, basically. He has 22 in the ball game, and the lead is extended to 7 here.
You know, St. Elmo's last three possessions, turnover.
Yeah. Next one on the way is good. And it always seems to be Dodson that's trying to finish, and he usually does.
Yes, he's good at finishing.
46-38 now, an 8-point advantage for the Cougars as the Eagles get it across the timeline. 6:21 to go in the contest. Stein double-teamed along the sideline, a bump and a foul, and it'll be Eagles ball right in front of their coach's bench.
Aiden Dodson's third. That should be the third on the Cougars this half.
So in the zone, is there any way you can try to attack him if you're the Eagles?
You know, you can dribble drive into his gap in the zone and try to get something there. But, you know, that's really your only thing you got to get a foul.
Eagles worked it in. They got it to Campbell, over to Atwood. He goes around the defense, gets the runner in the lane, and it's good for Adam Atwood. He has 7 and cuts the lead down to 6 for the Cougars. Eagles man-to-man this trip. Banera working it up court against Schaub. Has picked up his dribble, needs some help as he crossed the timeline, but he got it to Anderson. Raheem Anderson picked up by Maxey, works to the center circle. Now keeps going with the right-hand dribble to the wing. It's a screen from Bergman. and now sends it out top to Banera. Banera hands it off to Dodson. Dodson draws a couple of defenders, leaves it over on the side to Berkman, now to Watwood. Watwood lost the dribble. Atwood's there to pester him, and we've got a timeout taken by the Cougars. Coach Dorian, I don't think, wanted to take it, but felt like he had to. With 5:26 to play in the contest, it's South Central 46, St. Elmo Brownstown 40. We'll be back in 60 seconds to the 87th Annual NTC Tournament on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Sarah Bush Lincoln is honored and committed to care for the medical needs of the community. Its orthopedic excellence is recognized by the Joint Commission Certificate of Distinction for Total Hip and Knee Replacement. See us at one of our locations.
Keep warm this winter with a Carrier furnace from Prupp's Refrigeration in downtown Effingham.
Person-to-person money transfer. Easy, the way it should be. Learn more at crossroadsbank.com. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing.
Pieces or inserts with Lopi. Lopi heating appliances are designed and hand-assembled right here.
Person-to-person money transfer. Easy, the way it should be. Learn more at crossroadsbank.com. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
5:26 to play in a 6-point ball game. The Cougars have the lead. They have the ball, as 8 was the largest lead that they built here in this second half, and they're looking to get there again, maybe more.
Yeah, offensively, man, I think if they run some pick and pop or screen and roll, screening for Aiden Dodson.
There is a little screen and roll. Banara tried to screen and then caught the pass in the lane. Shot no good for Anthony. As it rattled out, the Eagles grabbed the rebound. Boy, a good look, just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Eagles working against the 1-2-2 still. That's primarily what the Cougars have been in tonight. Maxey with it on the right side. Got it out to to Atwood. Dangerous pass. But Atwood controlled it. Got it to Campbell in the corner. Double team. Splits out of it, but the pass is picked off by Watwood. He's got it up court. Atwood tries to get the steal, but instead is called for the foul. And that'll send Watwood to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Atwood's third. And that's 3 turnovers now on Brownstown St. Elmo in the quarter.
I tell you what, an impressive third quarter with only 1 turnover for both teams combined.
At about the 5-second mark.
Yeah, exactly. Josiah Maxey heads back to the Eagles bench as Jarrett Pasley is back in for St. Elmo Brownstown. Meanwhile, Watwood at the line, the 1-and-1. First one, no good. Atwood the rebound for the Eagles. Ahead to Campbell. Campbell across the timeline to the top of the key, now on the side to Stein. Back out top to Campbell. In the middle of the lane to Atwood, over on the wing to Pasley. Jump stop in the paint. Cross lane pass to Stein. Now in the corner, they find Schaub for 3. No good. Rebound tipped by Pasley across the lane to Stein, and Stein sticks it up and in, and the Eagles have chopped it down to 4. 4:24 to play in the fourth quarter as Banera crosses the timeline, flips it to Anderson way out on the left wing. Anderson on the floor, collision, leaned into Pasley and got called for the offensive foul.
First turnover in the half for the Cougars, and that's his third and the 4th on the team in the half.
So you take care of the ball and you shoot extremely well, and you go from trailing to leading.
Yeah.
Huh.
I know.
But the Eagles are hanging right there, and they have a chance to get it within 2, maybe 1 on a 3-pointer. Pasley with it on the wing. Draws a crowd, got it back out of trouble to Campbell. Campbell to the top of the key as he now finds himself free at the free throw line. Flips the shot up, no good. Rebound tapped back to Atwood as Wyatt Stein batted it to Atwood, and Atwood drives in and lays it up and in, and the Eagles are back within 2.
That's Atwood's 9th rebound, man.
Mm-hmm. He's a phenomenal athlete. We see a ton of them at this tournament.
Yeah.
Watwood just holding out on the perimeter. No one close enough to force a 5 count. Now they come to him, so he flips it to Banara. Banara over to the left side. Picks up his dribble. Got it high post to Bergman. Over to Dodson. Dodson cut into the lane. Campbell was there to cut him off. But Dodson turns, puts up a fadeaway, and got that to fall.
That's impressive.
No way to stop that. 48-44 the score as Dodson has his 25th point of the night. Stein out top to Campbell at the volleyball line. between the center circle and the top of the key. He leaves it with Atwood. Atwood goes to Stein, now to Campbell on the wing. Campbell can't shake free. Bounces it again to Stein in the corner. Wyatt fakes the pass, goes around the man. Now has picked up his dribble, needs some help. Got it baseline to Schaub. Schaub looks into the lane. Cutter is Atwood. Shot no good. Rebound out of bounds. It's off of the Eagles as Atwood made a great cut, but just left the shot short underneath.
Just off the glass and rim and couldn't climb over the top.
So it remains a 4-point ball game as the Eagles are going to pick up in the full court man-to-man again. Inbound to Banera, knocked away by Schaub, but it goes into the stands, and it'll stay with the Cougars.
Dave Ruff showed good hands with the phone in his hand.
With a phone in one hand?
You know, English teachers aren't supposed to be that good.
Well, athletes all over the place. I've been telling you.
My son will appreciate that story. He had Mr. Ruff and loved him as a teacher.
Inbounds to Banara in backcourt. He's on the dribble, gets it to the timeline, but the dribble got high and eventually led to a travel right as Coach Doring was trying to get timeout, but the travel came first.
Both teams' pressure's kind of starting to take its toll on each other right now. We're a little sloppy, a little edgy.
So the Eagles inbounds. They get it across to Campbell. Fakes the three, steps back, takes the three, and he buries the three. Caleb Campbell with 15, and it's a 1-point game, 48-47.
That was impressive because usually when you step back, he didn't look like he had a good rhythm. And he buried it.
Lockwood across the timeline, flips it to Banara. Banara with the left-hand dribble, leaves it on the wing with Dodson. Dodson to Banara, out to Watwood. Thought about a three, now looks underneath. There's Bergman. Great pass and a great cut. Seth Bergman laid it up and in. He gets the bucket, and the lead is, well, it should be 3, I do believe. There they go.
Well, let's see. I think
yeah, 50-47.
There we go.
2:07 to play in the fourth quarter as it's South Central up by 3. We'll be back in 30 seconds here to the 87th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Did you? Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
Cold outside? At McMahon Meats, we have a convenient drive-up window so you can stay in your warm car while we do the shopping. Call ahead at 217-813-6054. Good luck, area teams, in the tournament.
(50-47), 2:07 on the fourth quarter clock. South Central with a nice pass and a baseline cut by Seth Bergman. He scored his first 2 points of the game, but they were sure a big one.
Yeah, they were, and there was a lot of trapping, and his man got lost helping somewhere, and he went to the basket, caught it, knew what to do with it.
So the Eagles will have it to bring the length of the court, trailing by 3 with 2:07 to play. The Cougars have led the entire fourth quarter, and they've led much of the second half. But again, 8 points has been the biggest separation for either team. Eagles working against the full court 1-2-2. Campbell catches and kind of looks to see what Markley's going to do as he's running the point of it. They get it to Atwood, who crosses the line. Now he sees a double team coming. Watwood, though, is called for a reach as Atwood was going to be double teamed in that coffin corner.
Yeah, that call kind of helped Pregame Brownstown out there a little bit. That got him out of a jam.
So Rakeem Anderson will check back in for Coach Doring, and heading to the bench is Brody Markley, as Pasley will inbound to the backcourt. Finds Atwood. Adam Atwood flips it across to Campbell. Caleb holds. Now skip pass to Pasley in the right corner. They set him up for a three. It's off the mark, but an offensive rebound. Atwood in a crowd spins out of it. Got it to Campbell in the corner. Campbell to Atwood. Back out to Campbell. Takes the three. Lets his man fly by. Takes the three and buries it again. Campbell with 18, and all of them from beyond the arc, ties it at 50.
All right, I'll make it.
Yep. Minute 34 to play in this 50-50 ball game. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Person-to-person money transfer. Easy, the way it should be. Learn more at crossroadsbank.com. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Is finding a home that fits your lifestyle a challenge? Does the thought of building your new home seem nerve-wracking and stressful? Dream,
Compass Advisory Group is here to guide you in the right direction for all of your investment and insurance needs. Contact Kurt Strohmeyer or Corey McDaniel at 217-347-9697.
2530.
50-50 the score as Caleb Campbell knocked down another three, and Mike and I were talking off air. None of them have been a traditional how you normally step in and make your threes.
Stepping into the shot, he's been flat-footed, probably flat-footed on all but one.
Yeah.
And there he backs out, shot fake, let a guy go by, and then reloaded and let it go.
So, a minute 30 on the clock as Venera caught the inbounds and brings it up court against the Eagles man-to-man. They go on the side to Dodson. Dodson out to Anderson, over to Benara. Benara holds, waits for Watwood to come get it. He's got it on the right wing, on the dribble, and away from the ball, we've got a foul, as going to the floor is Wyatt Stein. The officials are going to kind of talk to a couple of the combatants, and the foul is going against the Eagles and Stein.
Stein and Dodson are getting acquainted.
And it ends up being a 1-and-1 opportunity for Aiden Dodson. Team's 9th foul. So with 1:17 to play, Dodson looking to add to his 25 points. First one's up. Looks good, but it rolled off. No good. It was perfectly on line, but just didn't have the right length, and the Eagles grabbed the board.
And that was 11th rebound.
He brought it up to Stein. He's along the sideline. Got it back out top to Atwood in the lane to Pasley. Pasley drives in, put up a shot. No good as Pasley ends up on the deck. He's slow to get up, and here come the Cougars and Dodson. Dodson takes it over to the right side, forces a shot up between two. It's no good, and the rebound to Stein. So the Eagles again with a chance to take a lead.
Probably both teams have 4 shots there, Matt.
Yep. But with 43.6 seconds left, we'll have a timeout by the Eagles. We'll take a 60-second break as well. You're listening to NTC Tournament Action on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Compass Advisory Group is here to guide you in the right direction for all of your investment and insurance needs. Contact Kurt Strohmeyer or Corey McDaniel at 217-347-9697.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams in the tournament.
Sarah Bush Lincoln is honored and committed to care for the medical needs of the community. Its orthopedic excellence is recognized by the Joint Commission Certificate of Distinction for Total Hip and Knee Replacement. See us at one of our locations.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Teams.
Boy, this big crowd at Altamont being treated to a fantastic finish that might come in regulation. We'll have to see. It's 50-50. St. Elmo, Brownstown, and South Central locked in a good one in this consolation semifinal matchup.
Well, you got two teams pretty pensive in the doorways wanting to play, and if it goes overtime, you're going to hear a groan come out there.
But with 43.6 seconds to play, the Eagles inbounds in backcourt. Atwood used up his dribble, but Campbell saw it and stayed put and caught the pass.
Barely.
They got it across the timeline. They're working against the 1-2-2. The Eagles are going to hold for the last one unless the Cougars come get them, and now they do. Atwood with the dribble, goes to Campbell. Now they leave him alone. Campbell to Atwood again. Now over to Stein. Stein to Atwood. Center circle, 19 seconds left.
Campbell may be out of his range back there.
Maybe. Stein to the sideline in front of the coaches of the Eagles, and they take another timeout. So with 11.7 seconds, let's just keep it right here, Mike, as the Eagles basically have done what you would think they want to do and give themselves an opportunity for the final shot. If they don't make it, they'll go to overtime.
Right, and that's their plan. But remember the third quarter. Mm-hmm. That was their same plan in the third quarter. South Central created a turnover at about 5 seconds, went down, got the layup. So I don't think you'll see the same play we ran last time, and I'm not sure it was more penetration, trying to kick to a guy through traffic. But Coach Fiesel wanted it, ran down so far. I mean, I'd say 12 seconds, 13 seconds. 11 seconds. He wanted to call the timeout, and that's what he got.
All the starters on the court for the Eagles here in this spot. Those 5 players have done all the scoring for St. Elmo Brownstown, and everybody has 5 or more points. Obviously, Caleb Campbell knocked down 6. More than capable, so is Schaub, and so is Stein. So whoever gets the opportunity can certainly make a shot here, but they have to get to that opportunity.
I think if you get a 3, it's on a kick out because you've got it inside and kicked it back out.
Cougars are looking to stay at the 1-2-2, it appears. The inbounds from the sideline and backcourt to Atwood. Adam Atwood across the timeline to the top of the key. Backs in on Anderson. Lost the handle, but he got it to Pasley. Loads up a wing 3. It's good. 2.1 seconds were on the clock when the shot went through the rim. It's 0.6 on the clock now. It's just going to be a matter of when the officials recognize the timeout and when they saw what they saw on the clock. But ultimately a huge shot for Jarrett Pasley as he knocked down a big 3 to give the Eagles a 3-point edge.
They were wanting it to look like they were going to the right, where Pasley ended up shooting from. Come back to Campbell. South Central said, no, not so fast. They took that away. So then they went back to Pasley. 1.2, Matt.
And I think that's fair. Like I said, I looked at the clock the second the ball was going through the rim, and you have to have time for recognition from the official, and you have to have time for that flip to be switched.
Right, yeah.
Or switch to be flipped. There we go.
I knew where you were going.
All right. So,
but, good possession. And, now, reality, you're going to get something probably from this volleyball line to the other volleyball line right around half court. And for most of these kids, that's not that difficult of a shot. They probably practice it all the time.
They're all strong enough to get the good look. Obviously, Dodson, Watwood would be your first 2 choices for the Cougars probably in this spot. But, again, they all have capable players. They're going to line up. They have to bring it the length of the court. Anderson's going to be the trigger man. 3 Cougars line up across the volleyball line on the Eagles side of the court, and Watwood is over on the wing. Now the Eagles see the setup, and they're going to take a timeout with 1.2 seconds to play. So they saw what the Cougars were wanting to set up in, and they're going to take the timeout.
And I know exactly what Greg's doing, but there's no guarantee that Blake's going to come out with,
Sure.
While he was waiting on the kid to get there, he's going, okay, this kid's here. Now you may be something totally different.
Yeah, but was that Coach Doring's top play, and now he has to go to something else or thinks he needs to? It's going to be tough on the Cougars to get a catch and shot away, but again, especially for 3. But again, they've got the athletes to do it, and one thing that the Eagles have to make sure they avoid is fouling a shooter in this spot.
A 3-point shooter fouled at the buzzer in the NTC? I don't think that's...
Oh, yeah, that's happened. Maybe
in a championship game?
Maybe. Might have been a few years ago, but it's happened. As the Cougars, again, look to set up in the same way when they come out of the timeout. It's Dodson on the left side at the volleyball line, Bergman in the middle, and Benera on the right side, and then Watwood on the right side on the wing farther up the court. Anderson has Campbell right there in front of him. He runs to the right. They get it to Dodson to the half-court line. He launches. Shot is short, and the Eagles pick up the victory over the Cougars. It'll be St. Elmo Brownstown taking on Windsor Sioux Straws in the Consolation Championship tomorrow. The opening game will feature South Central and Neoga in the 7th-place contest. What a game here as the Eagles come from behind to claim the 53-50 victory over South Central. That was the consolation semifinal. We've got the championship semifinal to come. It's North Clay and St. Anthony on the way. But first, we have to wrap this one up as St. Elmo Brownstown gets the 3-point victory over South Central, 53-50. And you're listening to NTC Tournament Action on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Credit Illinois postgame show. Farm Credit Illinois, assisting farmers for over 100 years.
We welcome you back to Altamont High School, where we just saw a great game wrap-up between St. Elmo Brownstown and South Central. It was the Eagles hitting a shot with 1.2 seconds left to give themselves a 3-point lead as the Eagles defeat the Cougars 53-50 here in the consolation semifinal. And, man, what a ball game. We thought it could be a good one. It certainly didn't disappoint as St. Elmo Brownstown improves to 15-6 on the season. South Central drops to 16-9. South Central will now take on Neoga in the 7th place game. That'll be the 4th game of the week for both of those teams as they play at 11:30 tomorrow morning to get things underway. It'll be followed by the consolation championship between St. Elmo Brownstown and Windsor Sioux Straws. And then it'll be the 3rd place game. Dietrich's waiting for the loser of this contest that's coming up between St. Anthony and North Clay. Altamont, of course, awaiting the winner in the championship tomorrow night. This one should be as much fun as our opener was, as it again was St. Elmo Brownstown with quarters of 14, 13, 11, and 15 for their total of 53. South Central had quarters of 15, 9, 18, and 8 for their total of 50. Leading the way for the Eagles was Caleb Campbell, finishing with 18 points. Jarrett Pasley knocked down the 3 to give them the margin of victory. He had 13 in the game. Cade Schaub with 8. Adam Atwood with 9. Wyatt Stein finished with 5. Josiah Maxey and Brody Mason both played off the bench for Coach Greg Fiesel. And again, their club improves to 15-6 on the season. South Central sees their record slip to 16-9, but they had another wonderful offensive performance from Aiden Dodson. He finished with 15 in this one. Ethan Watwood came to life, as we knew he would sooner or later. He had 16 in this one. 4 points for Brody Markley, 2 for Seth Bergman, 3 for Anthony Bonara. And that rounds out the scoring as Raheem Anderson, Max Magnus, Jacob Smith all played in this one for the South Central Cougars. We are expecting a chat with each of the coaches, but after an emotional game like that, it might take a little extra time. So Mike's got the stats, and we'll send it over to him.
All right, 4th quarter for South Central, 3 of 7 for the field, 11 of 18 for the game, or 11 of 18 for the half, 20 of 35 for the game. 2 of 4 from the line, 4 of 7 for the half, 5 of 8 for the game. 2 rebounds, 6 rebounds for the half, only 12 rebounds for the game for South Central. 2 turnovers, 2 for the half, 7 for the game, 0 of 1 on 3, 0 of 3 for the half, 5 of 13 for the game for South Central. 4 Brownstown, St. Elmo Brownstown. 6 of 11 from the field, 11 of 22 for the half, 20 of 36 for the game. And we'll let Blake Doring talk to us.
All right. Thank you very much, Mike. We appreciate those team stats. We'll be back with the individual numbers here in a second. And Coach Doring, thanks for coming up after a tough contest here. Boy, what a back-and-forth affair. We thought it would be a great game, and the Cougars just came up a little short tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, just one play short, and that's 2 games in 3 days where we've had to lead deep in the 4th quarter, and unfortunately didn't finish. We did, if you don't, we're proud of our kids' effort, put ourselves in position to win, just didn't make enough plays down the stretch, missed a couple front ends, didn't rebound very well, and had a couple of timely turnovers, and unfortunately, when you have a lead, 6, 5, point lead, you got to protect it, and we just give St. Elmo credit. They made the plays and made a tough shot. I thought our defense was really good. Stayed in front of the ball handler, made him kick it out, and right there, and he made it.
It's one of those things that every little thing makes such a big difference in a contest like this, and there's lots of things you can point to. But the first thing that jumps off the page to me is the fact that Ethan Watwood came back to life on the offensive end. We all knew he was a better shooter than what he had shown in the first couple of games. But tonight, he really came out and proved it and was a big part of the offense.
Absolutely. He's in my opinion, he's probably as good as shooter as there is, and just struggled mightily against North Clay and got in a little foul trouble last night and didn't play near as much as probably should have, and but came back strong tonight, and hopefully we can come back strong tomorrow and finish this tournament out strong.
And it's funny that he jumps off the page as he does when you've got Aiden Dodson scoring 25, but that just almost seems like a routine night for Aiden, and that's not fair to that young man because he is putting up some great numbers in a very tough conference tournament.
Yeah, he's scoring in a variety of ways, getting to the line, getting to the basket, pull-ups. He's a 40+% three-point shooter. So he's had a great tournament.
And, of course, those two carried the bulk of the load offensively, but a lot of players chipping in. Anthony Menard doing a great job of taking care of the ball for your team. He scored earlier this week, but tonight, he did a good job there in playing defense. Brody Markley off the bench, Seth Bergman battling all night long, and so is Rakeem Anderson. There's a lot to still build on, and it's strange that you find yourself in this spot with a team that has 16 wins on the season, but again, that's a feather in the cap to the conference, I'd say.
It's a little frustrating just to have the leads in the fourth quarter, but that's part of it. That's the beauty of competition, and somebody wins, somebody loses, and unfortunately been on the wrong end, but confident our kids will come back strong and compete tomorrow.
It will be an interesting game tomorrow because you're facing off against the Neoga Ball Club that in a way is in the same boat you are. Fourth game of the week, but your team will be playing 3 games in 3 days, and that can be a challenge, especially turning it around and playing at 11:30 tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I think if you're a competitor, you show up to play whenever it is, whether it's 9 a.m. in the morning or 7:45 when the lights are bright. So hopefully our kids can do that, and I have faith in them, and hopefully we can close out the tournament strong.
Coach, we appreciate you spending some time with us after a tough loss. You've always been gracious, and we always appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for everything.
Coach Blake Doring, nice enough to spend some time with us after the ball game, and now he will hand the headsets over to Greg Fiesel of the St. Elmo Brownstown Eagles, who has been nice enough to make it up to the booth as well. And all the coaches are so generous with their time with us, and we always appreciate it. And, Coach, congratulations on the win. I'm sure you and your staff knew you had it the whole time.
Yep, sure did, yeah. There's a lot easy about that one, wasn't there?
Oh, man. And we thought that this would be a really fun game. And the thing about it is it came in a consolation semifinal, but this game could have been played on the other side of the bracket really easy. It's just the way this conference tournament has gone, and you find yourself pitting 2 quality teams against each other here in the semifinals for the consolation side.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I knew we'd have a time tonight. We just we didn't have that edge about us tonight. I don't know what it was. We just did not have that edge. We kind of had to go milk them through every little possession. A minute 34 left. I said, give me 3 good possessions of defense, please. And they stepped up and did it for me, and that's really exactly what happened. And Jared hit that big shot. So
yeah, it was a huge shot. Jared is never afraid to take a big shot, and in my mind, you got to give a lot of credit on that play to Adam Atwood, who got into the lane a little bit, had a little difficulty with the ball, but didn't panic. Got it out on the wing to one of his teammates, and they buried it.
Yeah, Caleb was our first option there, but if anybody else has that loose ball in there, it's probably stolen. But Adams was about like a cat on a mouse, man. The kid can really scrap with you, and he knew where Jarrett was. I don't know how he did, but I think he knew exactly where Jarrett was.
Well,
but it was they're not afraid to shoot it. None of these guys are. They're taught to shoot the ball when they're open, whoever you are, and that worked out for us tonight.
Made sense that Campbell was your first option. He knocked down 6 threes in this game for his 18 points, and none of them were easy threes that you just catch and shoot. That's a real skill and a talent that he displayed tonight.
Yeah, he's really improved so much since his sophomore year, and he wanted to handle the ball a lot. Now he's kind of got into that spot-up shooting, and he can handle it, but I thought he shot the ball well tonight. I think I had him a little confused defensively of what I wanted him to do as far as helping off, and, that's kind of my fault. There was mistakes made everywhere tonight. I told Ryan, I said, we call we called timeout with 11.5 seconds, but I didn't even dawn on me that they had a foul to give. I should have called that earlier, so if they give me a foul, I got some time. But we didn't get that. At least that didn't happen. But, sometimes even as long as you've been in this game, things get a little bit hairy, and you just kind of forget what you should be doing.
Well, the excitement of the game, the adrenaline of it for the players and coaches all play a big part of it, but your kids seem to really handle it well. As Wyatt Stein, he's one of those kids that just does a lot of the dirty work, takes care of the ball, grabs you a board or two, and is always playing some good defense, it seems to me.
Yeah, he was pretty well spent. We had to change him off of Dotson. He was panting pretty hard. And, we just were a little shy on the defensive effort anyway. But that kid, he may score 4 points, 2 points, nothing, but I wouldn't trade him for the world because he does all the stuff that a lot of kids don't want to do, but this team will do stuff like that. We just, like I said, we just never settled in defensively tonight. And something strange why usually you don't settle in offensively, but defensively we just couldn't settle in tonight.
But again, switching defenses, going from man-to-man to zone, and that kind of seemed to cause some issues at times, and sometimes maybe issues amongst your own team trying to figure out where everybody was. But at the end of the day, they got the problem solved.
It is, and usually they're pretty good at it, but they, like I said, that last minute 34, we were there. We were there, and that's all that matters. And I'm proud of it. I told the boys, I said, you don't always have to play your best, but just find a way to win. That's kind of what I thought we did tonight.
Well, congratulations on the victory, and now you find yourself in the consolation championship game against a very good Windsor Sioux Strong ball club.
Yeah, we just go play a team of 16, 17-win season, yeah. It gets easier, doesn't it?
I know, back-to-back games, you're going to be playing those type of teams, and that's just the nature of the beast.
It is.
But iron sharpens iron, and boy, everybody coming out of this tournament ought to be a lot better for it.
I would think so, but it's a shame we have to play each other in the regional because this whole group of teams could do a lot in the regional if we didn't have to face each other, but we're going to have to.
Yeah.
But,
and that's going to be a knockdown, drag-out affair, too, I would think.
Yeah, it is. So.
Well, Coach, it's always a pleasure to talk with you. Good luck tomorrow, and we look forward to seeing that matchup with the Hatchets.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Greg Beasel, nice enough to spend some time with us after the ball game as he flips the headsets off, and we'll kick it back over to Mike for the rest of his individual stats.